What's up, guys? Welcome to Game Week 35. Yeah, 35 podcast. I've got Rushant with me, and I've got his team on screen.
I want to talk about
Do you
this.
want?
I don't want to talk about this today.
Yeah, so I think a lot of us all had a bad game week. You had nine
Some
players
worse
playing.
than the others.
Yeah, you had 9 players playing. I think I guess the only good thing that came out of the Liverpool United game blanking is the fact that in game week 36, United players have a fixture, and they have an upcoming double as well, which means you can maybe load up on United players a bit more without having to risk the not having a game in game week 36, which was the issue before that. Obviously, having Son helped a lot for my case as well. Kane, I mean, they scored 4 goals, and I thought they would have got one more. Like Kane would have got something, but he didn't get anything. Why is my camera? Okay, my camera like this or too? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty. There's nothing much to say. It's just unlucky, I guess.
Yeah, the Spurs. I think. See, I had Son as vice captain, but I had him captain for a while before I changed him back to vice captain because of the fact that I think I was kind of ahead of my league in the sense that I wasn't too far behind first. So I didn't want to try anything risky and fancy. If I was coming, say, the person I'm coming now, I actually come now, I maybe want to try something different. I was even thinking like a Fernandez captain. Like, I don't know, just because of the fact that we talk so much about Fernandez.
I mean, he delivered in the Europa League.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, 6-2 smash.
Yeah. Like I think the one good thing is that the players who blanked were all very highly owned players in the whole game. So it didn't cause too much damage. Like you're still in the top 100k as well, right?
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is mine. Nothing too big difference. I guess the only difference was my Chelsea double up.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
I think I had Rudiger, and obviously, I think about an hour before deadline closed, there was the announcement that he was not going to play.
Yeah,
so a lot of managers transferred him out, and I was one of them. I just happened to look at the news at the time, and I was like, well, if Rudiger's not going to play, I'm not going to bring in another Chelsea defender just because of the fact that I know they've got harder fixtures going forward.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to bring in Coleman for the potential double as well. He obviously didn't do much.
I mean, that could still benefit, right? Because Everton have even in 36 they have Sheffield United. So, and if you're looking at it, there isn't much of a difference, I think, compared to Digne and Coleman.
Coleman was in form before the game.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at his last few games, he's been really good. It's just that it was a bit unlucky.
Yeah, my defense was garbage this week.
Yeah, because like 7, 4, 6, 11. So he's been returning points. Yeah. It's just that one game. But his upcoming fixtures are still like, so he's got a double, obviously, and then Sheffield United and Bulls. I think that's a pretty good run up compared to the Chelsea defense that for me, it probably gets like way more harder.
Yeah, but in saying that, Chelsea have been playing surprisingly well so far. So even those ones where it looks tough, like Arsenal game, is not really,
Arsenal game probably not, but like I guess City and Leicester, I expect them to score.
Yeah.
And they don't have a game in 36 as well.
Exactly. There's no incentive to bring anyone in.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's well. Like I think in terms of your defense was the differential, I guess, for yourself, because there's not many high scoring players this week. If you look at the average, it's only 39
no, there isn't.
points.
Yeah, that's
apart from your random Bale and was it Ward-Prowse or something?
Chris Wood, he scored the penalty. Apart from that, that's the thing, right? Like those are all very low owned players who did perform this week. So I guess that's why there wasn't too much of a rank change as well.
No.
And like, so now here's a big question. The question is, will Liverpool double in game week 35? I guess that's the question that everyone's asking. Yeah.
Well, I think having the triple, people have usually two, and you got Phillips as well in the bench.
Yes.
Like me, assume that if Liverpool do have that, you probably look to start as many players who have the doubles as possible.
Yeah.
It's actually a big call in the sense that a lot of people have a lot of multiple Liverpool players and multiple Spurs players. But I guess the point I'm trying to make here is people who have chips like the free hit could really get a big advantage in the sense that if a lot of people are stuck with these players who don't have the doubles, having Liverpool play the double this week, especially against an easy fixture like West Brom, will sort of even that up.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring it back to level playing like field. But seems like you've got a lot of doubles already. Looking at your team.
Yeah, but then so I had planned ahead for this thing, but even then, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players right now, and even if I was to make a transfer, it would be for Everton players most likely.
Yep.
Because we don't know what's going to happen with Liverpool. So let's say if Liverpool do double, then I get the lucky option of I'll have to probably drop someone. Maybe let's say if I was to drop Lingard. I don't think I want to go into, if Liverpool did get a double, go into a double without Salah. So I'll have to find a way of bringing Salah in. Because if Liverpool do double, I feel like Salah is going to be the captain choice. No questions about it.
Especially against even fixtures, Southampton and West Brom.
Yeah, that's what. Southampton and West Brom. It can't get any more easier than that, right?
Yeah. Would you drop Son?
I need to drop a Liverpool player as well, so I don't know.
You do.
So I wasn't sure whether I go double Liverpool defense and Salah, or whether I go 2 Liverpool attackers, as Jota, Salah, and Trent.
Yep.
The thing is,
can you afford that in terms of like, have you got a?
I can. So I was tinkering about. I can afford to get Salah. But then if I do try to maybe replace Salah with a Jota, that means I have to downgrade somewhere else. Because I'll be a bit short, but I can go a Son to Salah if I needed to.
Right. Straight up.
Yeah, I can go straight up. But then I need to change a defender, or even maybe change a Jota out for someone else.
Yeah, I mean, look, against Leeds, well, I thought they were playing well, but then they lost to Brighton.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't know, FPL, EPL, it has such a weird crunch stage where a lot of these mid-table teams are playing for something now. I guess, especially the ones reaching top 4. They're going to try pushing for that top 4. So the likes of Spurs, Chelsea, Leicester, they're so. I guess your risk here is dropping Son, and the way Spurs is playing right now, that's a gamble you got to take, even though they've got the one game. But I think the way under Ryan Mason they've been playing, I reckon they're gonna still carry on pretty strong.
And that's the thing, right? Like before, it used to be Kane and Bale who would have been scoring, and now Son in the last 2 games, because I've had Son, I've had a decent total. He's got double digits, I think, in the last 2. So I can't drop him, right? Because look at that, 10 and 12. Trying to drop him now, I feel like it's a bit risky, because that's why I'm thinking maybe I do go with the double Liverpool defense and 1 attack. Although I feel like the people who have a free hit will probably go 2 Liverpool attack, and they'll probably go Salah and Mane.
Yeah, especially if it depends on the fact that if that West Brom fixture does get announced.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I actually think that if that doesn't get announced, I don't see many people actually going and win the triple, especially if you free hit it. I don't think they'll be going in with triple Liverpool. You might just stick
probably
with
not.
Salah.
Salah
just to be safe, but they'll probably look for more of these differential players, like the Crystal Palace players who have good fixtures, Everton. Aston Villa have a double as well, and they've been sort of scoring. So,
Crystal Palace, Zaha, Southampton, and where is the other one? Sheffield United, right? Yeah. So Zaha is probably a really good pick. The question is, I don't know if Zaha is fully fit, because there was some talk about him, not sure, from the manager. Something to check about that. Another thing, so this is where again I had to think about, because I have Chelsea and goalkeeper Mendy. If he plays this, okay, fine, 35, but then I won't have a goalkeeper next for 36. And then Hasenhuttl, the Southampton manager, basically came and said Foster is going to play the next 2. which means he's basically playing double game week 35 and he won't be playing 36. So I need to look for a keeper as well. But for anyone else who had Forster, and if they're like a bench boost or something, you have like the option to play bench boost as well.
Definitely get the 4 games in from the goalkeeper.
Yeah. But if Liverpool do double up in 36, then I feel like it's going to be a bit more harder in terms of figuring out what players to bring in, because then I might hold on Salah.
I feel like Trent will then become a must.
Yes.
Moving forward, like especially if they're going to double in 36.
Yeah. Trent or even Robertson.
Yeah. See, it was Robertson. I was looking at Robertson as well. I was trying to bring in. I don't have Robertson or Trent. I only got Phillips. Robertson's a 7.1.
Yes.
There was a way I could bring him in, but I was short by literally 100k.
Oh no.
So I need to now. I still have to work my
I mean, I would bring in Trent though if you can. I don't know if you have the cash, but
Trent's I don't have the cash right now for Trent. I need to drop a marquee player. So it all depends on what I want to do with my midfield transfer. Do I want to go with Zaha? I was kind of considering Zaha, just for a.
See, I was just thinking, that's what I was just like thinking of Zaha, because like I was like, okay, 36 he'll play as well, and Aston Villa, they haven't been looking that great defensively.
Defensively, correct. Yeah.
But then I heard about him not being sure whether he'll be fully fit or not. So I think it's a wait and see for press conference. But I think he'll be a really good option.
Yeah, last week was weird because all the highly owned players were all these template players like we were talking about last week. There wasn't but I don't think managers were expecting the performance just based on the template they had. It was all these differentials. You need to look at the high score for the week in terms of the players in the squad were all just randoms. There weren't anyone set, especially we were talking about bringing in Bale as well against the Leeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty well. Against the Leeds team has been defending really well. That was kind of a surprise. Scoring a hat trick and. So
that's what we mentioned Bale, and then he came with 21 points.
Yeah, so I guess we're talking about Zaha now. So he's going to be the next big thing this week, even though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think this week will be interesting. There's a lot of tough. I don't think there's any clear cut free hit choices. That's one thing good.
No.
All the people who have doubles have kind of hard doubles. They're not compared to the last double. There was a very few clear cut players where you would 100% start.
Yeah.
Here, they apart from the Liverpool potential, there isn't even the United games aren't that gonna. It's not gonna be as easy as it looks. Like Villa and Leicester, they're all looking to play for something. They're not gonna go down easy compared to Roma Europa League.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing, right?
And even the team like Crystal Palace, where on paper looks like the easiest fixture. Do you really bank on Crystal Palace players?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing, right? The teams with the best double fixtures are the teams that are not doing great.
Yeah.
And do you really want, because Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, Southampton, they aren't scoring goals and they also aren't keeping clean sheets. So even if they have good fixtures, what side do you like? Do you go for their defense? Do you go for their attack?
Exactly.
That's very hard to tell.
It's very hard to
tell. And also, right now, there's no good captain choice as well.
Yeah, true.
Because Liverpool don't have a fixture. If Liverpool do have a fixture, then the captain choice becomes very clear.
Exactly. And the thing is, you're looking at the, I guess, if in terms of fixture difficulty, looking at any of the Liverpool player, but the fact that they've only got the one game is kind of discouraging a lot of players away. And people would like to ideally start captain someone who's got the double game week.
Yeah. That's the thing. And so this is mine, but there was someone I don't have. Maybe even Jamie Vardy is a decent option for captaincy punt. Fernandes, Iheanacho. Another thing to consider is, I know West Ham don't have a fixture now, but maybe in the future, Antonio, he's fit.
Yeah, he's back. I didn't know he was going to be back.
That's what I also didn't know.
I was disappointed. We didn't even talk about it last week. I know. I woke up this morning, I saw him score double. I'm like, what? I had Antonio until he got dropped. And I actually thought he was going to be out for the season, but then he turned out to play. And same with Cresswell as well.
Exactly.
Cresswell's
So
back.
both of them are back. So now the question is, I feel like I might want to get Antonio soon because they have really good West Ham's fixtures are really good
after
upcoming.
this game week,
Yeah. So like you definitely want to try and get onto this because West Ham are playing for Europe as well.
Exactly. I think West Ham will be like it'll be like a strong team to look at. The player who's been really destroying me has been Sufal.
Yes. How? I don't know.
He's been killing me. If you look at his stats last like 5 games, he's been scoring consistently 4 points, like 7 points.
Doesn't even clean sheets, and I was like, what is happening?
He is literally a destroyer right now.
Like I regret getting rid of him in my wildcard now.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at this. 4, 4, 4, 2, okay,
7.
yeah, but like 7.
7, yeah.
And he hasn't kept a single clean sheet except
for
maybe
assists. He's got 4 assists in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. And he was a no one in the sense that, like, first half of the season, I wouldn't say he's a no one. West Ham, him and Cresswell were pretty much on the same page.
Okay, but like,
yeah.
See, he didn't have a single assist in this set of games here.
No. The fact that Cresswell got injured, that really opened up a lot of offense for him. So he started attacking a lot more.
It's just crazy. Like every day I see West Ham play and I'm like, oh my God, this guy has got another set of points.
Yeah.
And it's not even a clean sheet.
Messing up is Watkins as well. He's been an annoying player who's been just all these hard fixtures. You seem like, they're not going to do much, but then they end up doing it. So if you look at him, he's one player as well. He's not, they're not scoring flashy amount of points.
No,
but they're scoring that consistent minimum 5 to 6 points.
That's big at this present
moment. Huge. At this point, it's huge. So I mean, it's easy to talk about what happened in the past, but I guess now we're on the next 3 to 4 game weeks.
Yeah, true. Like I don't know if I'll still bring in Watkins because this fixture doesn't look great. But now with Antonio's presence back, I feel like Antonio is a good player to bring, and I think he could be a great swap straight to Iheanacho because Iheanacho is United, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Yep, and same price point as well. So it's not a bad option.
Yeah, that's.
I think a lot of people had West Ham players in their minds to finish out season anyway. So especially Lingard and stuff. So
that's something to consider maybe in the next podcast.
What about goalkeeper? Have you got your eye on any sort of goalkeeper?
So I was listening to another podcast today, and for me, I was looking at like the likes of Meslier, because Leeds have a really good set of fixtures.
Yeah.
After this, when I made my wildcard, I thought Foster will be decent for like the times that Chelsea don't play. But then he obviously got dropped and all of that, so that was out of the window. But then another player I heard, when I was listening to a podcast was, Dean Henderson.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because it seems like De Gea is the Europa League goalkeeper, right? Yeah. And with the fact that now that United are not going to blank as well, it's not too bad as well for 5.2. It's like a very straight swap with if you have Mendy or even if you have Martinez.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a bit on and off in terms of keeping clean sheets. But if he's going to start regularly, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the last 7 that clean sheets. And the fixtures are a bit up and down. Aston Villa, I mean, you probably are looking at 3 clean sheets maybe out of the next 5.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Probably even you probably won't even bring him this week, probably.
Yeah, that's what.
Would you bring him this week or?
That's what I was thinking, whether I should bring him in this week as well. But then I feel like then I'll have to take a hit or something. And the question is, do I really want to take a United goalkeeper? I don't know. Like,
you trust the fact that
one thing is I don't really trust the defense fully. I know they've been good, but they always have this problem in them. The other thing is the fact that De Gea is on the bench. He could always start.
Yeah.
And the other problem is we don't know if this could be De Gea's last season even sometimes. And maybe Ole for the last 2 games, maybe of the Prem might want to give De Gea.
Sure, he's been there for a long time, like a
Yeah,
farewell
that's what.
game.
Yeah.
But my biggest concern is I don't trust Harry Maguire.
Yes, so I don't trust United's defense in terms of keeping a clean sheet. I just always feel that they have a mistake in them.
They do. Yeah. Even like the Europa League game, they were 2-0, 2-2 or whatever, and then the second half they changed the game completely. I don't think Roma had any chance, but it was not mostly because their defense. I think it's the attack was just
that's the thing. Yeah. So that's I feel like they always have a mistake in United currently.
So you reckon that Liverpool game would move to game week 36? Is that the current talks?
Yes. The Liverpool game has to move to game week 36, mainly because there was hold on, because I saw on Sky, I think because they showed all the fixtures that's possible, and I don't know if you can find it. But the only space that because United are playing every single midweek, right, from now onwards, because they'll probably get to the final as well of the Europa League, unless something drastic happens.
If they lose that semi-final, I swear to God, if they'll lose from up, all they needs to be fired. Too bad.
Manchester United, Liverpool fixture. So I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know where we're going to find this thing. I saw on Sky Sports. I lost the link now.
When did they confirm it?
We don't know. That's the problem. We have no idea when they're going to confirm it as well. But that's so. The option is you move the West Brom game forward. To game week 35, and then you put the Liverpool game, Liverpool United game at that time. Or the other option is to have it on another day. Okay. Probably don't have the confirmation right now for this.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah. Okay, well, this loads for me. I can't find it. But it's probably going to be, it has to be 36, the game. There's no, so Liverpool United game is definitely going to be in 36. Because there's no other day to play the Liverpool United game. And if it moves to 36, that means Liverpool will most likely have 4 games in 9 days because of their schedule. So because like they have, so they have a Monday 17th, Thursday 20th, and Monday 24th.
Wow.
Which is the last game. So it's like really tight packed, right? So you have to add the United game as well inside this. And the only game that can move forward is this game, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
So now the question is whether this gets counted as 35 or 36. That's the only difference. Yeah,
I think 35 ends on the 15th or 16th.
Yes, 35 ends on so 35 ends on the 14th, Friday. And then 36 starts the next day itself.
15. So you reckon if that moves to say the 15th, would that then?
So if they move this Liverpool, if they move this game to maybe the 15th, right? Then so this starts on 20th, right? Oh, it's not decided yet. 37 is not decided when the dates are going to be, because they're going to try and bring fans into stadiums as well for the last 2 game weeks.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so because of that, they're trying to change fixtures and all around. And that's why I think again that maybe De Gea could get a game.
In front of the crowds.
Yeah, in front of the crowd as well, which is why I'm not really sure whether Dean Henderson would be, because if you're bringing in a goalkeeper now,
Yep.
You want him to be starting the rest of the games and not have to think of getting another goalkeeper in. But yeah, so I feel like the United game will have to go somewhere here. Probably this day. And then this game probably gets pushed to a bit earlier.
Yeah. If only we can find out top of the Premier League bosses who will help all the FPL managers.
I don't know when they announce the. We'll see. I think
usually
it'll be
an hour
very.
before.
Yeah, it'll be very late, right? The announcement. So it'll be Friday, most likely. The announcement we'll get to know. If there is no announcement before the deadline, then I feel like it's obviously going to be in 36.
Yeah, it's too late.
The problem is, but the problem is like I have my team decisions are based on that announcement.
That is exactly like so it's hard. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going for this week, but you're also looking at the rest of the season as well, especially because you don't have a chip, right? You don't have any more chips.
No, I don't have any more chips.
So I think for you, it's just a matter of like planning for the rest of the season. So I still have my wild card.
Yes, so you're in a decent position.
I am, but I'm just also in a bit of a conflict of, do I do it this week, bring in as many doubles as I can, and then plan the following game weeks, with my bench players, or do I need to then, go get as many doubles as I can this week, like get dirty with the team this week, and then refresh next week, like set up my team.
How many doubles do you have like at the moment? So you'll have
5 or 6.
Coleman, Pickford, Fernandez, Iheanacho. So that's 4, right?
Holding.
Assuming Holding plays though. He didn't play the last game.
Yeah, but apparently David Luiz is injured again.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's 5.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? If you play the wildcard now, you could obviously bring in more players, doubles. But then let's say you don't play the wildcard now and you play it in 36. Yeah. You're looking at getting rid of Size, Iheanacho, Fernandez maybe, Holding,
Phillips, even if I can bring in Trent.
Phillips, you'll probably keep Dallas and Bamford and Kane and Salah, and Son probably. Lingard, you could keep. You'll be looking into bringing Antonio. You'll be looking into, if you want, bring maybe Sufal as well.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I mean, we have to see what happens.
I don't know. I feel like you can bring in more players in 36. Than compared to, even if you bring in your doubles, right? If you're going to stack up on your doubles, in 36, you're going to be without a lot of players.
Sure. It really depends. So, I mean, my strategy is, it could be, I could go, sort of I can plan it in a way that if I can have as many doubles as I can in 35, with someone, bench, my key players probably being benched who have the single game week.
Then that's fine.
Or, and then bring them on, or it really depends. Like, see, even if I have players like Kane and Son who have single game week, if I have them in my team, I'm probably not going to bench them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's hard not to start either of them when they're in.
I mean, you might start one at least, right?
At least one. But would you still rather start, say, Zaha over Kane? You know what I mean? Like, even though Zaha got a double, like it's
hard,
tough,
but like
tough calls, but
see, that's another problem I need to think of. Like, what's Kane's fitness like? Is it really that? Like, is he back to full fitness or not? Because Bale is a very tempting offer as well.
He is,
I guess that's another reason that if you wildcard in 36, you can get Bale as well if you wanted to. Another thing to consider is, so when the United Liverpool, because those fixtures got announced, right? And Phillips was back in the starting lineup for Liverpool, but Jota wasn't on the starting lineup, was in the bench. So that's another thing that I'm looking at and thinking, is Jota going to be playing a lot or not? Can I risk him maybe coming on as a sub and getting a goal if I can maybe find other players who score more?
The only thing is, like, when you look at if they do have the doubles, and you have Southampton and West Brom, you'd hope that he'll play at least one of the games. And in such an easy fixture, you'd think that Jota will finally score. Especially
hoping.
He's always had plenty of shots on target. This is obviously if you can't afford the likes of Mane or Salah or whatever.
Yeah.
Having that budget option in Jota you can't go wrong. I know he might not play the full game. He might still come off the bench, but
yeah, that's the thing.
we know what he's capable of off the bench. He's come in like 20 minutes, scored 2 goals the first time around. So I think Liverpool will go hard, especially because now they're in that mid-table battle for the top 4. I suspect a lot of those teams will be playing really well, and
Yeah,
you
like
hope that it's going to be very attacking.
That's what I hope. But for me, I feel like, say if I wanted to keep Jota, I have to figure out who the hell I'm going to get rid of. And like do I really want to get rid of Son when he's playing really well? Instead, that's what I'm not really sure. Again, it's very dependent on like when this Liverpool double gets announced. If the Liverpool double gets announced for 36, then I could look into maybe even Fernandes to Salah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's too many things hanging on this Liverpool announcement.
Too many things. It's tough.
Yeah. So
you've got Mendy and Forster. And Mendy, I'm obviously going to start Mendy, I'm guessing, even though they're playing City and Arsenal.
Yeah, because Southampton's defense hasn't really been that great, right? And like, even though Chelsea are playing City and Arsenal, and let's say maybe they keep 1 clean sheet against Arsenal and don't keep a clean sheet against City, and maybe let's say Southampton do the same thing where they keep a clean sheet against Crystal Palace and don't keep it against Liverpool. I feel like there's a high chance of Southampton conceding more goals than Chelsea, and in that case, the negative points also take in part.
That's a good strategy, I guess.
And also have to keep in mind that Chelsea did beat City in the FA Cup, so there's always a possibility that it could be a 0-0 as well.
Yep, definitely.
But obviously, I think City might be looking to try and win this game, because if they win the game, they win the title. Yeah,
they're going to lock it up. But that's the thing as well. See, it's funny because we're talking about all these play. We have no one's even considering a single City player for the rest of the season. We're not even like remotely even interested in them, because we know that they're focusing on Champions League now.
Yeah. And like the Pep roulette is just not worth it when you have other players who are playing, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like like we were talking about this, but after Champions League, pretty much anyone who didn't play Champions League played except Cancelo, I think.
Yeah,
he was the only player who doubled up, but no one else was played in the Premier League game. It was a brand new team. They had the likes of like
Ferran Torres and
Aguero and whatever. So I think the team that they use for Champions League today will probably be the same team they probably use again in the finals. And
probably. But then there's a gap between that.
There's a big gap. True. So I think they'll probably just rest the key players. But they'll probably play the younger guys. You probably have Foden playing like one half and Gundogan kind of one half. So he'll be very, very cautious about players getting injured.
That's true. But like, if you can get a City player who's going to definitely play in these upcoming games, there's a huge potential to be had, because no one is considering it, like we discussed. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yep.
But yeah, who do you think you're going to captain if the Liverpool this thing doesn't?
If the Liverpool listing doesn't go, if it does go 100% Salah, as you said. If it doesn't go ahead, I am leaning towards Fernandes potentially. I do have Iheanacho as well. So Iheanacho's been in good form. Probably one of the Leicester or United players is where I think I'll be leaning towards. Just because that's the only players I have as well. I would have liked at a Everton player or an Everton player, but the fact that I don't own any of these players.
Would you look to bring in some?
I'll probably look to. I mean, I only have one free transfer, and it all depends. If I was to do my wildcard this week, then I'll probably look to bring in a brand new team.
So because I was looking into like Calvert-Lewin or someone.
The thing is, I feel like if the Liverpool thing goes ahead, I probably wouldn't be wildcard this week, because I would have about eight players and potentially 9 players with doubles.
So that's fine, completely fine.
That will be fine with me. I'm happy, like, not stressing out about getting the doubles in. It's more the fact that if the Liverpool game doesn't go ahead, then do I have to consider bringing in?
But like, I think See, because both of us are in a mini league and the guy who's on top has the free hit,
He's going to use
it. And so we had to kind of look into trying to maximize our doubles as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, not
impacting.
Exactly. Not impacting the rest of the weeks for the squad as well.
Yeah. So I think my plan is to just assess one more week. I think I've been like holding my wild card for a long time now. I had options of using it at 31, straight after my free hit week in 29. So I've been very patient, and I think the guy we're talking about has been very patient as well with his free hit. But I think he's managed to scrape a good lead again in our league. So we'll hopefully catch up. Not this week, the week after. But I'm just hoping this free hit doesn't cause us too much damage.
I know, that's the thing. It's going to come down to, if Liverpool do get it, then it's going to be a straightforward captain, and then it's going to be based on your differential players.
Yes, and I'm sure the free hitter would have a lot more
differential than us. Yeah.
Especially so, focused on those certain players like and your Crystal Palace players.
So we'll have to see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be very
times.
Yeah, I kind of miss my free hit. I wish I had free hit this week.
I wish I had my bench boost. I had like a bench boost when Leeds had that game and they had only a single game week.
Oh yeah.
It ended up horrible. I had like 6 points on my bench boost or something.
Oh God.
Yeah. Looking at it now, I would have loved my bench boost. It would have been much more better.
Yeah.
Oh well, what to do? Anyways, we'll wrap it up now. Let's see if we get any news about Liverpool on Friday or not. We'll see how it goes. I might do another video with Abin on Friday if we do get news about it, but we'll see. It depends on what happens. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you're watching this on the main channel, I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on the football channel that's created newly, hit the subscribe button there as well. And let me know down in the comments who you plan on bringing in. Are you playing wildcard? Are you playing free hit? Who do you plan on captaining? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you, Rushant, for joining, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Okay.